Yes, it's up. Right, there you go. Got mine done. Right. Let me just send my link to F1 Fan.
But are we going green now? Because I can see there's action in the lobby, so I just thought we were going to go green.
Yeah. I'm guessing. I don't know.
So what I would say is you don't really need to say much. I start with the talking, get introduction to everyone.
Yeah.
I need to time some though. This is halfway because it does not look to be 50. It's medium. It's 35%.
Yeah.
It's 35. Yeah, 35% on it.
35% race and then short qualifying. Even though that's quite obvious.
Yeah, it's all the way around, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Normally halfway. Halfway is the best distance.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
Oh,
I
Dean's.
can't wait to get
Oh,
this one going.
TV is just shut off on me.
So in 5 minutes, is when we get underway.
Yeah. Oh my. Oh my god. Everyone kind of keeps atting me. It's begging for an invite. Oh. Right. We've got 5 minutes until we're going. Right. Oh no. Got a bloody advert on my phone trying to do something quickly. Can my advert actually hurry up? Wait, 5 seconds. I don't care about Liverpool versus Man United. Does that never stop? Oh, we're going. Oh shit.
Here we go. Here we go,
Yep.
Sonic. We're going. We're
Yes.
going.
Yippee.
We're going.
Yeah, he did just that.
Right, we need to do tests, Sam. Microphone tests, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
Hello, Darren.
Testing, Sonic. Testing, Sonic.
Oh no. Darren's about to infect my stream. That's gonna be fun. I have to keep an eye on my chat because I don't want
Sonic,
Darren.
please stop. Just do not say anything because I need to start this one off. If you need to mute a mic, then yes, please
Yeah,
go ahead. qualifying is underway here at a different league to our IWR. But here we go, Sonic.
Yes.
Now they are sat in the garage.
Yeah.
Not much action in the pit lane. Oh, there you go, McLaren, Sonic.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Action down at McLaren. It's the SRM. It's the number 97 of Harrison. He will come out action at Red Bull. Further down, we do have more action. Potentially Haas. Yes, that is the Haas. We did think we were going to see action at Williams, but nothing at the moment, Sonic.
Yes. Absolutely
I'd like you
pandemonium
to
now.
put a bit more. Thank you very much. Yes, more action. So, how this worked, 18 minutes for qualifying. Then we do go ahead with our 35% our 20-lap race. But it automatically sets the grid for the race that we have forthcoming after this session, Sonic. And we also do have new rules implied. Nothing I can really explain much now. But should be one to look forward to.
Yes.
Yes. Is that all you got?
Yes, I don't know.
No, not on commentary. But any more input? You cannot tell us more? Thank you, Sonic. So, outlaps at the ready. More of that for the race. Yeah, so here's Zach Cotrod. Now, I can't really get any information on the top 5. I do have a broken D-pad screen, so we can't get any information for you on that. So if Sonic can, he will have to give us a rundown for the top 5. And yes, here we go. So on his lap, so Sonic, can you run us through, please, on this lap?
Here we go. As Zach begins the lap, it's going to be a heavy elevation change now into the first corner. You can't really see the apex as it's a blind one as he goes into the first corner now, trying to hug that apex and get a tight line as possible. Not too tight though, as he now comes into the S section. Fast left, right-handers here. Do have to lift, but not brake as much. So there's a caution in Sector 3, but it is probably just slow cars. As coming up now, up the hill, the elevation getting wider as we now go down to get that beautiful camera angle as we're now heading onto the back straight. You want a tight line here, but nothing too tight. As he slams his foot down now, probably activating everything he's got, opening the DRS now. As again, at the end of the straight now, trying to take a tight line, not too tight, and trying not to go over those white lines. Here he comes now, as he comes around, very, very wide into a tight here. Don't want to take too much speeds through this corner. This is going to be a flat-out corner now. As he comes around the final few corners, what's his lap going to be? Penultimate corner, making sure he doesn't go over the white lines as he comes around the final corner now. It's going to be foot down, DRS open, ERS. There's going to be a 33.342.
A 133.3. We have more, and that's SRO into the pits. He may have had the invalid lap, but we've got more coming. Never stop. Here he comes down the line. Can he get anywhere near a pole? No, it's only P2 at best. That 110 there he will need towards end of session. As one's gone, but we can't get that right now. But at his goals, he's gone P3. Kobe, no, not Kobe. Yes, here we go. Nuclear, that's TB Frisco. He has had pace, Sonic, in past races. As F1 fan is still on his lap. We'll see now. In the number 42 Williams, he's in the blue Williams, but at last time sponsored. Coming round through the middle sector. And this lap. And because we have a new one gone faster, and it's Dean. He's in the Mercedes car, and could that bit unexpected for pole today. But we have another one coming. This F1 fan. Here he is, coming round the final corner. Can he get anywhere near pole position or on pole position even? It'll be provisional. And he cannot do that. That's only a P4, Sonic.
Very tight margins at the front with Dean and Frisco. Less than 6,000ths of a second separating the pair of them from pole. It's going to be very tight by the looks with these two.
Very tight indeed. Yes, more coming up. We've had one of the racing bulls that I've gone from, and that is Zach Cotard again. This is a new lap he's starting, rearing open, full blast, down to turn. You go up, you go the upper crest there. You do need you do need to be watching out there for the race tomorrow. In turn one is what they'll be watching out for, as we saw in the sprint yesterday. Goals the incident. We did thought he was going on that, but here comes Ape Darren. He's in the Williams, the number 2 car. Can he get anywhere near pole? No, P6 only. Only P6, but we go back onto Ape Darren. He's the one who's on that, sorry. F1 fan, and that's invalid lap. That will not count. So no more point cost that. But Zach Cotard has improved in the middle sector by a tenth, almost 2/10, a tenth and a half, if you want to say. But here comes that kind of full blast down the straight. You go full throttle. You do want to have as light fuel as you want, and that is what all drivers are aware of when they exit the pits. He may have that. 3/10 in the middle sector, 1.5 in the first sector, sorry. And here comes Zach Cotard, a potential for pole. We've seen pace in past races, and he's in the number 8 race symbol, so watch out for him. But we have a McLaren coming through. That looks to be SRL Harrison starting his flying lap. But finishing his flying lap is Zach Cotard. Where can he go? Round in the final corner. No track limits yet. No track limits never. And he's going to go P3. He improves, but goes nowhere.
But here we go then. Harrison now rounding the final corner to begin his flying lap. To be the next driver to put it. Oh, he has set a lap. It's a 32.7 for Harrison. I thought he was on a lap. I thought he was about to begin a lap. As out now comes Janek. Like the only driver left to still be setting the only driver that still needs to set a time today. Come out very late, with only 9 minutes left on the clock. Still another chance for another run for him. As Frisco will soon to be starting his flying lap. Can he deny Dean and take provisional pole? He's just moving out the way. I think that is for the Williams of Darren. Guessing. But he slows down now, preparing that car for the flying lap of the week. His next flying lap of this weekend. As he rounds the final corner now. DRS open, ERS active, down the main straight now. The heavy elevation change into turn 1 now. Is he going to be able to deny Dean and take that provisional pole away from Dean? Or is he going to have to go for another run as he takes turn 1? Tight line there for him. As he comes into the S section, looking very confident. Just this car has so much confidence. He's pushing the limits of this car, trying to deny Dean and take this provisional pole. So now as we now go downhill on the run for the straight. Again, doesn't want to take too much curb, but doesn't want to take too less curb. As now on the back straight, opens up his DRS as foot flat, ERS active. As he now comes to the end of the straight, heavy braking,
Yes,
turning in.
Yeah. That's sorry to interrupt you there, but Abe Darren looks to have had a moment, and that's the end plate gone for the Williams. You can see that he's slowed down. Now, is there a bit of suspension damage to the car? We can see and he's struggling to get that just straight on. Now, we did see some brief yellow flags, and that looks to be Abe Darren, who has got damage there.
Yes. As Frisco rounds the penultimate corner. Out of the final corner now, DRS open. Is he going to be able to deny Dean? He does!
Quickest 132.2 for TB Frisco. That is a mega lap there for him, and that is something unexpected. We've seen pace, we were not expecting pace, and that is a big shocker for the rest of the group to catch up on Sonic.
2/10 gap from Dean. Dean's going to have to really fight here for pole. He's going to have to really see if he can find some time.
That hot rod starting his lap. He was a contestant pole. We have yellow flags, so that may have been cars slowing down for each other because they do not want to be impeding others, because that could result in some grid penalties to be dished out. But Zach Hot Rod taking cause. This is not an easy track. We've seen it in the past. Isaac Hajar's crash in qualifying yesterday, if you all managed to catch up on that. Major crash. He was furious with that, but he does want to make ground from the back of the grid today, or possibly even a pit lane start. And in the similar car, the Racing Bull is Zach Hot Rod. He wants pole position, and he's gonna try and get pole position. Great lap on his first lap, but can he repeat it on his second lap? Or more, could be a more. He's done more laps, sorry, not second lap, but on his multiple laps that he's going to be doing here in this session, or has done, but he's coming up to a bit of traffic, and that could halt him a little bit, Sonic. But nothing at the moment to be worried about, because that looks to be quicker traffic, and he should not meet it. And as the Williams there, he should not meet it when he gets to it. By the time he gets out, that's wide. It's not track limits. He may either he lost time with that, or he lifted off, which henceforth he got let off with the track limits. He's gone quicker, but only by a few milliseconds, Sonic, and that is something he wants to improve on.
Yes. Kobe on his lap now. Kobe is 0.3 improving, but I don't think he's going to be a contender for pole today.
Off goes Zach, but that may be looking to be getting a quicker out lap, or in lap, as SRO Harrison's still third. Maybe he's done a lap, maybe he's starting a lap, but here's Yannick. Now, run us on board with this with Yannick, is this could be his first lap that he's going to be doing here in the session, so run us through this one, Sonic.
Hold on, I can't find it now. As Yannick now comes into the S section, I do apologise that I have to find him. Coming around into the S section now, you need a lot of confidence in your car for this part. He's going to have to try and find what he can. With 3 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock, it's going to be tight. He is going to have to push this car's limits to its maximum as he now comes down the hill for the back straight, making sure to brake at the right time, not taking too much or too little, as he does have a little moment, but he does try find a way. As Dean is out on his outlap now, will he be able to deny Frisco? Here we go, as Yannick comes to the end of the straight now. Again, You don't want to get your foot down too early or too late, because you will go wide if you get it on too early. Going a little bit wide. As he comes round this really tight section now, it is going to be very... Oh, as he has another moment out of that corner. The pressure's on here, but can he get a decent position for the grid? As Harrison set a 32-2.
32-2 for the McLaren. That is one lap time. Now, he was quick early, but here comes Yannick. Can he make some impressions here on these laps? The answer is no. He's still lost with a 136.6. What was that, Sonic? Was that 136 point what?
I think so.
Yes, you think so? Thank you for that. Yes, maybe. And we have McCauser, that's SRO Harrison. He's had enough for this session, but others have not. So we got time left on the clock, Sonic, don't we? How much time? Yes, speed's broken here, so I can't really see that. You're going to have to keep me updates on that.
Why is my thing not showing? I don't know why it's not. But Dean comes round the penultimate corner now. Will he be able to deny Harrison and Frisco for pole position? The margins are going to be very tight here, around the final corner, and opens up that DRS to begin.
It's invalid.
Is it?
It's invalid. Isn't it invalid lap time? But F1 fan says this one's keeping an eye on F1 fan. DRS foot to the floor. He will need to push that hard and run us through this one, Sonic.
Here we go into turn one now, making sure not to take too much or too little, like I've said multiple times. I see your car is going to need lots of confidence now for the heavy, fast right, left-hander S section. Lots of speed is carried around here, and you need lots of confidence in your car to have taken it, as he's improving by 0.2, which is a heavy improvement here. He needs 0.7 to get pole. So is he going to be able to find enough time this lap to deny Harrison as he comes now on down the hill onto the back straight, opening up that DRS wing very shortly, as he's going to open it up now, foot to the floor, caution sector 3 for other cars slowing down, as he now comes to the end of the straight, heavy braking again, not taking too much curb on entry or exit, and not getting his foot down too early or too late, as he now coming around, making sure not to carry too much speed, because you can overshoot this corner if you take too much speed and get on too early. As he's going around with 10 seconds left on the clock, will it be pole? Who is going to take pole? As Dean aborts, as it will be F1 as Dean retires. But F1 fan, we're on the penultimate corner now, nearly just invalidated.
DRS foots the floor. Can he get up? It's an improvement, but nowhere going. Nowhere going for F1 fan, and that could be the only lap he can get done in the amount of time we got. But that's a spin off. That's Gauzy off. He's kept it on the gravel. He's not beached the car, but that is an off for Gauzy, and he will go no further.
Frisco is on a 10th improvement.
Yeah, he's still going. Is that Frisco? You said Frisco, yes. TB Frisco getting all that shape coming out the corner, but he is flying. We need to watch out for him, as one of the Red Bulls across the line that looked to be never stop. Yes, it is. Never stop indeed. He looks to have improved, but we're going to look back into TB Frisco, and it's invalid. It's invalid, Sonic.
He could have denied Harrison for pole, but he invalidates it at the final corner.
Did not look to be final call, but we have run the race symbols, and that's Zach Conrad. A potential case showing. No, we can't. It's only 2. It's only P5 for him. But we have a yellow fella that's 8 down. He looks to have messed up, and that's going to be a P7. But our pole sitter has done it for pole, and it is SRO Harrison, Sonic.
What an amazing qualifying session, and the margins were tight with every driver, especially with Frisco. If Frisco didn't invalidate it, he could have denied Harrison for pole. But the main race is next, so anything can happen. 20 laps.
We'll see you there. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Let's take a pause, shall we? So I've paused my side of the commentary. I didn't know about you, because I've paused mine.
Yeah, I can pause mine
So
quickly.
yeah, I can have a...
Hello.
But I'm doing it slight sound away we go.
Yes.
Not you.
Right, here we go then.
Yo, go, 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 go! But Harrison gets away well. Sauber alongside, but TB Frisco into the lead.
And there's drama into the first corner.
Call round. That's never stopped. F1 fan had to take to the escape road. He's been given a penalty for that. But we're on the first lap, and here they're all getting their elbows out already, Sonic.
Yes, lots of drama already. Frisco just finding that gap, just getting that launch off the line and just sending it into the first corner, just giving him that advantage. But Harrison is going to be charging at him very soon.
Off into the wall. We have a Mercedes into the wall, and that looks to be Dean. Dean, one of the combatants for victory. He's spun it into the wall, and he is now dropped down to last, Sonic. But remember, it's a one-stop strategy, this race. It's expected to be a one-stop. Surprised if anyone tries the two-stop, unless they pick up any damage. But is this going to be a move for Harrison to get the lead back? It is. Harrison back into the lead. The pole sitter has taken it, but he's going to go around the outside. He's still going to fight this one. Frisco's going to defend this one. He's going to go down. The inside contact's been made.
Closer contact
Can
there.
TB Frisco? Yes, can TB Frisco get around? No, he can't. He'll have to stay back a bit. But someone who may be looking to go, is there backs up front? No, there was not. Just my eyes there. But yes, Sonic. TB Frisco, Harrison into the lead.
Crazy first lap, especially turn one. Gonna have a look at the replay after the race because that was a something. This Frisco does try to dummy Harrison into the first corner, but it just doesn't work on Harrison.
Yes, lap 2, you don't get the rear wing open for the entire first lap until the end of it, and they will get the rear wing open now. TB Frisco especially, if he can stay within that second gap. He's going to have a shot down the back straight, down the main straight, but the main straight will come at him at the latest possible time. Gauzy looks to be out of it. He's had some other things to go do, but we have a car off, Sonic, and that is AEP Darren. That's damage there. That's AEP Darren, and he's spun out and he's got damage there. Frustrating for him, very. But are we going to look at him? This is slow. This is for the lead. Is it time for a change? He looked in. Harrison's going to fight that back. But they've made contact. Now, can we get a change of lead here? TB Frisco has that covered, but went off. But in there, he's kept it pointing in the direction which he needs to be facing to guarantee himself victory today. But that was nearly disaster for the McLaren team, Sonic.
Yes, heavy. That could have resulted in wing damage if he could not have caught that, but he did. So he's going to have to try again and to catch Frisco, which should be no problem. Frisco does set the fastest lap, still having the lead of the race. So into the first corner we go.
And moves here round the outside. No, that was just me lagging. But it's Samuelson, SRO Hansen, who could have gone turn one, didn't so much go turn one, but he's still going to be chasing after that P1 slot. Now, Sonic, I'm not sure if you can keep coverage for about 5 or 10 minutes
Yeah, good.
because I just need to go see what's going on. Yes, I need to go see what's going on down in the pit lane, but we have a car off before I do so, and that's Yannick who's gone off there, and Dean's got more penalties coming through. But yes, back to the league. Just keep our eyes on that. But thank you. You just keep coverage for 5 or 10 minutes because I need to go see what's going on down the pits, what plans there are for strategies. But yes, you got this one. And change your lead, Sonic. Yours. Change your lead.
Here we go, as Harrison does go off track, as Frisco retakes this lead again. It is going to be heavy drama for these two. These two have been battling since the start of this race. Harrison has been making those minor mistakes, but again, it's all to win for. We're only on the 3rd lap here, as a shocking battle to see. Kobe versus F1 fan. Very shocking to see Kobe up in the top 4 now. Very, very shocking considering he was very low. But he's had a brilliant race so far. So hopefully he can continue this result. But Harrison is now out of the DRS of Frisco. Can Harrison catch back up to Frisco before the end? Can he catch up to him very soon before the pit stop phase? Kobe is in DRS range, but so is F1 fan. It is a 3-way fight right now for P3. These three are going to be going at each other, but Kobe needs to get close enough first as he is out of the DRS range. But F1 fan is going to be very close on him. Minding F1 fan does have 10 seconds, so when he does stop, he is going to have to wait 10 seconds before he can do his pit stop. As here we go now, it might be a change here for P4, as F1 fan is very close on Kobe this time, as on board now with F1 fan. Will F1 fan be able to get Kobe? He's in DRS range and he is burning, as it's going to be close, as he's going to make the move. This could be the change for P4 here, as he passes Kobe before the end of the straight, as Harrison and Frisco are back in battling range once again. These two do not stop going at each other. The first few laps with these two fighting are absolutely amazing. These two just love going at each other. But F1 fan now sets his sights on Zach, and Harrison sets his on Frisco. Can Harrison catch Frisco? As Harrison does get a 3-second time penalty for track limits. This is going to be very close. As he now does have that, he does now get the DRS, and he isn't burning. He, by the looks, is he is saving, so he can attack Frisco later on in the race. But Kobe can't do anything now. He's just slowly falling out, as not far behind him is Never Stop, who I think is gaining on him, but we don't know. But Harrison is getting closer, as we've just gone through the S section. Again, they're going to need lots of confidence here as they're going uphill to go downhill once again. It's going to be very tight. And he's going to need to be at least within 6 to 5 tenths as Darren sets the fastest lap of a 35.9. As he's been saving. I see why he's been saving now. ERS and DRS both active on the straight. It's going to have to be, is he close enough to make a move? He tries, but he is not close enough to make a move. Now 3 tenths between these two, but F1 fan is now in DRS range of Zach. Can Zach defend F1 fan off and keep that podium position? Kobe is falling back now, but Dean is near DRS range of Never Stop. As it seems to be, Harrison is starting to fall back. By the looks, he's burnt a lot off at the start of this race, so he's going to have to really learn and try find a new way to manage his DRS. As he dives into the pit lane, Harrison is the first one to box. Is in the pit lane now is Harrison. As Frisco now will have a good 5 seconds to Zach, which now will move F1 fan and Zach up 1 position. As Dean is also in the pits as well. So this will be very tight, but can F1 fan deny Zach before they both box? F1 fan is going to have lots, as Darren gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Again, it seems to be lots of 3 seconds getting handed out here. But again, it is a track where you have to be very cautious about. But F1 Fan is back in DRS range. He was, but as they get to the DRS line, I think, is just in DRS range and will have the DRS on Zach. But again, how much DRS has he got? He does seem to have a little bit, as I can see on his wheel, but he doesn't have too much. 8/10 now separate, as Frisco has nothing to worry about from behind. These two battling could give Kobe an advantage here. But Harrison out the pits in P6 and after Dean boxing. As he's going to try to go around the outside. As he does lock up a bit. Is he going to be able to try and make the move? He isn't. Zach is defending F1 Fan off here. This is the battle for P2 here.
Sorry to cut you off there, Sonic. We're back on, but this is a battle worth watching. It's between the Williams of F1 Fan and the Racing Bull itself of Zach Hotwood. He's going to go around the outside. Round the outside. He's got the move. He's got the move done and dusted. That's a great move from the Williams of F1 Fan.
Amazing move from him.
Move. Great move there. But he's a long way off the pole, the leader, the race leader. So updates, yes, SRL Harrison has pitted. Our pole sitter did go into the pits a matter of moments ago. His rival, PB Frisco, stayed out. He's going to go for the long road. He's going the long road. He's going to take the long route, and that is to later box pit stops.
Yes.
We will make up it. So these are the pit stops that we've had. We've seen. I don't really have access to see that because, yes, broken screen pad.
It's fine. I can do it.
Well, here's another battle. This is AP Darren and Dean, and they're battling for 8th and 9th. The battles in the back there, not so at the front, but this is one that we will be keeping our eyes on. It can be critical for later stages.
Kobe was in DRS range just before the end, but he just don't know what happened there. He just fell back a little bit. So his tyres must be falling off now like everyone else's.
Yes, that could be a major factor in this game. Everything's a game changer. Safety cars, virtual safety cars. We've seen it in the past, pit stop races, and this could be an overtake, which is another game changer, Sonic. Round the outside after hitting, but he's going to do the old switcheroo, which was used all the way back in the years of older drivers, but that will not be used by AP Darren on this occasion. But can he go for a dive? No. He's going to stick to line, and that line is going to be right there.
He might be waiting for the main straight to launch an attack, which could be his golden ticket there. But again, Dean is on the faster, fresher tyres, and Darren has got older tyres, even though Darren has boxed.
Yes, Darren has boxed. He does want to clear. If he thinks he's quicker than Dean, he will want to be clearing him a lot quicker. But the corner speed is just not going too well for him. But here we go down the straight at turn 1. He'll do the old switcher again, and this could be the way. This could be the position takeover, but not on this occasion. He's gonna have to wait. But a battle further front, and this will be one of the, I think it's one of the Mercedes Red Bull. Yes, it is. It's one of the Red Bulls and one of the Mercedes.
It's Dean
down
and Darren
the straight.
both getting penalties.
Yes, they may have gone off track during their battle, but they're no change in position. But we can see the Williams has dropped back a bit, and that is position change. And that is P5 and P4. So the Red Bull now up into P4. So that is our position change. We have more battles up front, and this is between one of the Williams and one of the Red Bulls, Sonic.
Yes. Oh, it's Frisco. Goes dive into pits.
Racing Bulls, sorry. That's into the pit. TB Frisco. Right. Now, all those laps, are they going to pay off for our lead drive, our pole sitter? Or what is it not going to be enough? Can they do a quick one? The answer is yes. It's a good stop. But those laps, those quick out laps from SRL Harrison, those are enough to get him ahead. And it's going to be tight. No. it will not be too tight, but there he is. Now, TB will have the quicker and fresher tyres. He does have the tyre offset and advantage, and this will play into his hands.
Yes, heavily. And it's going to be exciting to see as well. Frisco is not too far behind Harrison, and he is on the fresher tyres because Harrison has tried an undercut on him. But is this undercut going to benefit Harrison, or will it benefit Frisco in the early closing stages of the race? Harrison seems to be closing in on Kobe. And Harrison has closed in on Kobe. Yes. Coming at the end of the straight, Harrison overtakes Kobe to take... Oh,
that is a move. He's going to keep the position there. The Mercedes did try to get back through, but nothing doing there. But I think we have a Mercedes or Williams sandwich, further back. We'll look back to that one. And then the Mercedes tried to ask Kobe again. Trying to get, and he's got a penalty for that. It was always coming. His battles for this is Dean and F1 fan locking wheels. They're locking horns, and that is Dean getting through. But F1 fan will want that straight back as Harrison has got a penalty. He has a penalty. But this battle here, and Kobe's back ahead. So this battle between Mercedes and Williams, both using Mercedes power units. Williams do work with Mercedes on power unit terms. Mercedes as their engine supplier, and Dean has got that place, but he is going to be battling with F1 a bit more. But SRL Harrison not into now. We still have but he is the net race leader as it stands because the Racing Bull up ahead still has a pit stop to make.
Yes. Seems to be these Williams are going to try and work together here to get past Dean. F1 fan out of the three is the one on the faster, fresher tyre. Dean is second, with Darren being on those 7-lap-old mediums. Darren is going to have to try. Well, Darren's going to have to box again because those tyres will not make it to the end. Let's never stop. Is closer to Yannick this time. Will it be close enough, though? 5/10 separate the pair now. Is this going to be to the end of the straight? He's gaining, but he's just not gaining enough. Is he going to try go for a move? He doesn't.
Yes, he's going to fight this one, though. He's not going to give up, but the Alpine taking worse lines, and that has allowed the Red Bull through. The new position... That's P4 for this battle. I think it's the one that has been going on for a long time, but the Red Bull is ahead as it stands, and there's more battles to watch out for.
Yes, as Yannick does dive in the pits now.
Thank you. The one we want to keep our eyes on is the one out front. That's TV Frisco and SRO Harrison Sonic.
Yes. As by the looks now, Dean is not too far away from his teammate now. So it will be Mercedes versus Williams. I'm guessing next lap will be when they start to fight, as Yannick does go onto the soft compound tyre.
Yes, Williams versus Mercedes. Now, are Williams going to pay favours to Mercedes? And Mercedes and Williams, they are on the same engine. Mercedes engines in both cars. Normally, quicker car Mercedes would go to them. Bigger budget, but yes. Right, I'm going to go see what's happening. There's action down at McLaren. Possible teamwork between the teammates here, but I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes. Say so. Sonic, you got this covered.
All right, here we go though. But as it seems to be that F1 fan is going to try and make a move on Dean now, as he's going to try, but he just isn't. He is close enough, but he just doesn't send it enough, as Dean will stay ahead. And I think Kobe is trying to slow down here to give Dean the DRS benefit, but there is a caution in Sector 3. As is Harrison out! Harrison is out! Harrison
out. It's now Sonic. We do have laps. How many laps? 3 laps. How many laps do you got, Sonic?
We have I think 9 laps left. We're on lap 12 of 20.
Yes, but no, he's going slowly. Sonic has it. Harrison has an issue. And this is the end of the race. That's it. The win, which was looking to go the way of the McLaren driver, he's going to get absolutely nothing. And he will be furious. Pit stop for the Williams there. But he will be absolutely furious, Sonic. Now, I'll be
Yes.
back. We need to go check the McLaren action down there, but they are furious. We're going to go look into Williams and Mercedes, but see what team games are, but I'll be back. So Sonic, take it away.
Here we go then. I don't think, Kobe is not, Dean is close enough to Kobe. I do apologise. It is going to have to be, is Dean gonna, here we go though. It's going to be a DRS train, but Darren seems to have had a moment. As that is going to be a rubbish day for McLaren. Only 9 drivers now remain in this race, and Darren has boxed onto a new set of mediums, but Yannick has has got a 15-second gap to F1 fan. But it's a 3-way fight now for P4. Can Kobe gain or never stop? As Zach dives into the pits now, it's going to have to be a very quick stop here for him if he's going to have any chance. As Kobe gets a 3-second time penalty, it is going to be now a Mercedes duo versus a single Williams. Is F1 fan going to be able to catch Kobe and Dean, overtake them both before the end of the race with only 8 laps to go? Only time will tell. As Dean is going to be gaining, as I think they are switching. I don't think so, as Dean successfully moves out the way, but Kobe is, by the looks, he's trying to fight back, but this will give F1 fan a huge advantage now. As on board with F1 fan, we are going to watch these two go at each other. F1 fan is going to try his best to stay at a good distance so the dirty air does not affect him through the S section, because you will wear your tyres out if you stay the dirty air for too long. As it seems to be, F1 fan has gained a massive bunch of time on Kobe. I think this is Kobe's first. Kobe's first race. As F1 fan is going to go down the inside, but is he going to do it? He does. As there is a bit of contact and they are banging wheels. F1 fan and Kobe side by side. Who has got the DRS? They've both got the DRS. They're going side by side, but F1 fan gets ahead. But is Kobe going to make a move? He dives down the inside, but is it enough? No. Kobe locks. Kobe gets ahead as F1 fan locks up. This is giving Dean a huge advantage now. A gap is starting to form, but Mercedes are going to want a good result today with these two. As there is another caution in Sector 3, and it's Dean! Dean spun. He has wing damage. Dean has spun. That's the worst thing Dean could ask for today. Dean is now carrying damage with not long left. It is now going to be all up to Kobe for Kobe to bring the best result home for the team. But it isn't going to look that nice because F1 fan, as we're on board with F1 fan, it's going to be nasty as Dean gets a 10-second time penalty. Dean causing absolute terrorism. We don't want Osama bin Dean here today. But by the looks, we have got an Osama bin Dean. But again, Kobe has got that 1 lap fresher tyre. It's only a lap, but that is a huge deficit though. These two are going to have to absolutely go at each other if they've got a single chance. It is going to be only one can finish ahead of the other. But by the looks, Kobe is trying to play the DRS game as they have contact. They are having massive amounts of contact. Kobe is trying to defend his line here, slow in, fast out. But I don't think that's going to work as they have just been banging wheels. But it is Darren versus Yannick at the exact same time as Yannick does get 3 seconds. As F1 fan he's going to try as he successfully passes Kobe. But as they have contact with Darren and Yannick, this is absolutely insane. But who's going to have the DRS here? It is going to be Darren, as Darren successfully completes the move on Yannick. But Kobe is not going to give up. He is going to try and fight F1 fan with everything he's got. He's still got ERS. He has still got 5, I want to say, he's got 6 laps to go. As Frisco has a dominant lead of 17.6 seconds. But it's still very close, these two. less than half a second separate these two. Can Kobe get a good exit now? I think so, but he's running low on the RS by the looks. I don't think he will be close enough. No, he isn't. He's not close enough, but he won't try lunge. He's too far back. But these two are going at each other again, lap after lap, and this is what I love to see. With 6 laps remaining, I think this should be an intense final few laps for these two. But it's only going to be intense if Kobe can hang on. Again, this dirty air will affect, but Kobe's hanging on to F1 fan. As Darren now has pulled away from Yannick. 2.5 separate these two now. As Zach is catching, but he just might not catch enough. As this is going to be very intense. As Never Stop is long as F1 fan could catch Never Stop here, but again it would probably be on the final few laps, if anything the final lap, which would bring an intense fight with these two. But Kobe has just been falling back these past few laps. I don't think Kobe's got anything anymore. He's got that 1 lap deficit, but it is just not giving him any advantage anymore whatsoever. He's running low, he's burning everything, but he's also having to be mega cautious as well. F1 fans race could have been better, but he had to take the escape. He did have massive drama at turn 1 and did get a 10-second time penalty, as the blue flags are getting waved now for goals for the pair, for F1 fan and Kobe. As Kobe does Kobe have the RS? No, he does, but he's just falling back. I think it's over for Kobe now. He's had his chance, but he's just messed it up. But I think Kobe, there is still time for Kobe to somehow make a comeback. I am going to put the penalties up. That is the gaps to the leaders for you. Very, very... It's huge. But again... Oh, that's telemetry. As that is the penalties for you. As Darren has the most time penalties, a 12-second time penalty. Wow. But again here, Kobe probably was not going to have had that, as he does have 6 seconds. F1 fan has 3. As Frisco, Zach, Never Stop, and Goals all do not have penalties. But by the looks, I think it is game over now for Kobe. He's tried and he has tried, but nothing. He can try, but there is just not enough time remaining. With 4 laps to go, I think it is game over for him. But F1 fan will now be able to set his sights on Never Stop without having to worry about any pressure from behind. The gap is 3 seconds, or 2.7 if I'm going to be exact. As Darren gets another 3-second time penalty. He's got 15 seconds worth of time penalties now. Darren's race is not going too great. Does seem he is going to have to pray for a miracle here. But with only 4 laps remaining, a miracle is very unlikely here for him. As Zach has just got... I don't think Zach will be able to catch your race leader, TBNR Frisco. He has a 19.8 second gap. Huge dominance here from Frisco. Round 1 wasn't the greatest for him, but this could be redemption time. As Dean sets a 35.8, stealing that fastest lap, I think off of Darren. I'm not too sure. But Dean could maybe catch Yannick here, but it's very unlikely. As F1 fan is just falling back now. They have both equally got tired. They have both been on those hards for 8 laps. But it might just be the end. But anything could still happen, a spin or a crash, which could benefit someone else here. With only, 3 laps remaining, anything is still possible. As it does seem to be, Zach is just got nothing left. As Frisco is still pulling away with a 21.4 second gap. This is the biggest gap I have seen in a while. Yeah, by the looks, it is. I think it is game over for Kobe. He's got nothing left. He's basically out of the RS, and he is just having that massive tire deficit now. Even though it's only he's only got a lap pressure. He's just lost his pace. He did have his groove, but he's lost it. But F1 fan has gained a bit of time now on Never Stop. Again, 3 laps remaining. If F1 fan can start to apply the pressure onto Never Stop, there is a small chance F1 fan could take home a podium here. After that awful first lap he had. He seems to be losing again. This is F1 fan's worst nightmare. He could have got this podium today, but he just, after that lap 1, turn 1 incident, it was just game over for him. But he's brought back a beautiful race as we now begin the penultimate lap. Your race leader, TBNR Frisco, has led most of this race. Harrison could have fought Frisco here, but Harrison just, we don't know what happened. I'm guessing he crashed, but anything could have happened with him. Darren, considering Darren is reserving for me today, P6 is not too bad, but he's going to have to make sure he's got a decent gap so he does stay P6. It has been a beautiful result for Frisco, but F1 fan has again gained a bit of time on Never Stop. But can he gain enough time? I don't think he will be able to now. As Never Stop is like 4 seconds from Zach. He hasn't really gained or he hasn't really pulled. They're equal on pace, but Never Stop has been absolutely pushing this race. As F1 fan is closer, 2.2, 2.3. It is getting close, but it's not going to be enough. As now coming around, he will be coming around this section one more time next lap. Frisco has led most of this race. As now he will be coming round, he comes round these final few corners now to begin his final lap. It has been a mad race today from everyone. As he now rounds this final corner to begin the final lap of the race. We are now on the final lap. It has been a sensational race. Only 51 thousandths of a second off of pole. He has really, really tried today. That one invalidation he had today in qualifying could have maybe have got him pole. He was so close. As he now comes around the S section for one more time. As F1 fan gets another 3-second time penalty. He is heavily getting penalties. Everyone has been gaining penalties. As Darren has an outstanding penalty, I think. As there's a yellow flag in Sector 2. Who is it? As it's Dean. It's Dean once again. Dean has had an awful race today. He could have been on for a P4 result, but it was just nothing. As Zach does get Zach has a 3 seconds, so this could benefit Never Stop here. Never Stop just needs to stay and does not need to get 3 seconds, and just needs to stay within 3 seconds, and he can take home a P2. But your race leader, right here, TBNR Frisco, has led most of this race as he's going to try his best not to mess this up now. It has been an outstanding race, and he has pulled a gap of nearly 28 seconds. It has been a sensational race for this man here, as he's going to round the penultimate corner now. As he rounds the final corner now, he can see the checkered flag.
TB Frisco wins the United States Grand Prix. Great drive from him today.
It's still not over.
We've seen Jama, we've seen battles. We don't have any final lap battles, but wow, what a race it has been. With quite the race today. The race today. The Racing Bull will come home to take second place. That cut around quick in quali. The pace, it was there in the race. At points, not at points, he will take P2. Red Bull takes P3, P4, P5, P6, and P7 goes to none other. Oh, P6! No, P6, I was wrong. P6 to AP, Darren. P7 to Yannick as standing. Dean will have a loss. But wow. Great race from our own TB
Yes.
Frisco.
Absolutely sensational drive from this man today, honestly. As if only he hadn't have messed qualifying up, he could have had a pole here. But that hasn't stopped him from taking this race win. What a drive from Frisco.
Your podium then, that cut rod, the Red Bull driver, who I can't really see, and none of the TB Frisco himself will take that trophy and stand on the top set of the podium. Champagne is sprayed here at Austin, Texas. Now we've got more races to go, more action to go. The championship fight's not over. We're in for more.
Yes. Lots more indeed. As next race.
Right.
Next race
I've
will
entered
be
mine.
in Miami. That is going to be absolutely peak. Next weekend will be Miami. So we stay in the Americas for one more week.
Eek. So, enjoyed that?
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.